So you don't think men like women that are boss babes?
Men don't give a shit about our money.
Exactly.
They literally don't care. It's like, okay, have this guy ever told you about a shoe collection and you're like, oh, that's cool, but you don't really care? That's how men view our money. They don't care. It's nothing to them.
Exactly. Women always want you to know what they want, but guess what? They don't give an F about what you want. Unfairness is the language of these women. Well, also entitlement, arrogance, egotism, and the list goes on. Name any defect and that's what modern women bring to the table. They might even be the least agreeable people out there, but want you to accept them as they are. Insane. The rationale behind men not caring about a woman's money is simple. Men be like, we don't count your income because we know you have no plans of sharing it with us. If fairness was a thing, things should work as follows. Your money, my money, and our money. If you want a stupid overpriced luxury bag, go ahead and buy it yourself. Simple. If women understood this, the world would be a better place. The narratives women come up with require men to speak up once and for all. Check this out.
Let me ask you a question. You're with a guy, right? You supported him, right?
Yes.
Relationship ended, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I could support for so long,
Thank you.
but not forever.
I literally have said this and I'm going to say it again. Women are not good long-term supporters of men. They don't support anyone long-term except for their own children.
Would you do that as a
Women
man?
don't share their resources with men. Men are designed. See, here's the difference between men and women. When a man makes money, he says, awesome, I can have a family, I can have children and a wife dependent upon me.
Okay.
When a woman makes money, she says, I'm independent of men.
Yeah.
Very different. When a girl makes her own money, she says, fuck this, I don't need a man, I'm gonna want a man.
Yeah.
And they want the top guy.
Yeah.
When a man makes money, he says, I'm more attractive to a majority of women and I can have them depend on me for a family. So what I'm saying is this, women are not good long-term provisioners.
Can't wait to see these independent women who don't need no man blame men when they grow old and live with cats and dogs. Women don't offer anything men really want and then get mad when they don't retain men in the long run. In today's video, we're diving deep into women's lack of understanding and what men want and why they still ignore your preferences. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Milton Chavez. He said, "Woman, it is so much harder without a man. Man, it is so much easier without a woman." If you don't believe him, check out the various women complaining in our recent videos, if you dare. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity.
Women don't care about a man's struggles. They wait at the finish line and they want to bang the winners. I think that's half correct. I think that not every woman can be the woman waiting at the finish line. She has to, in some way, find a guy who has potential, invest in that potential, and hopefully he will be the guy that's going across the finish line, and she'll be in the car when he goes across the finish line because she took a chance on him back when she was 23, 24 years old. Now he's a winner, now she's a winner as a result of that, and it was a good, she bet on a winning horse.
Here's the deal. These days, women are more self-centered than ever before. As Rollo pointed out, women wait at the finish line and pick the winners. Sure, multiple men know this for a fact, so they go out there and become the men women want to be with. So far, so good. But here's the problem. Imagine you become the winner. Cool, you got women raining on you. You got all the options, Latinas, Asians, Europeans, and everything in between. But the problem, or rather concern, is the following. These women might be hot, but what about their personalities? What do they bring to the table? If you're a man who goes beyond asses and tits, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, if you think with your brain and not with your dick, you care about way more than a hot body, filled with plastic and silicone. This is what high-value men deal with. Lots of chicks want you, but you only want a certain type of woman. A hot chick is amazing, maybe for a night or two, but if she will not cook for you or hop onto your flow, forget about her. Women always want a certain type of man. A man who ticks all the rules of sixes, including 6 inches of dick. A man who will spoil them. A man with his stuff together. The list is longer than the Holy Bible itself. But then, what about a man's desires? Really simple. Loyalty, modesty, chastity, listening skills, and that's pretty much it. All the rest is just a byproduct of basic values. Do these women offer any of these features? I doubt it. Check this out.
When you're dating a woman, or when you first start dating a woman, right, most women are giving up that sex at a very rapid pace, very frequent pace in the quote-unquote honeymoon stage, whatever the case may be, advertising that this is what this man is going to get if we get into a serious relationship. And then typically throughout the relationship, quote-unquote, life happens. So that frequency drops. And typically how a man will go about that, he'll say, hey, baby, look, man, I don't feel like we're having sex. Like, what's going on? Man gonna try to inquire and find out, like, why is this change happening? Right? And a woman, again, women don't take criticism well, so she's gonna probably flip it, well, you're not romantic enough, whatever the case may be, or whatever. So he'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to use that. I'm gonna try to implement that. You say, I'm not romantic enough. All right, cool. He gonna go plan a trip, take you to your favorite restaurant, get you a massage, and the sex will pick up for about a week, 2, max. And then it'll go back to what the mean is, which is what I didn't agree with.
The process is very simple. Women might try to put their best foot forward to get you, but then will not do anything valuable to retain you. Spoiler, sex is not enough to retain men. Sure, that might be good, but once it's done, it's done. Men who want a wifey and not a hoe use their brain, not only their genitals. A chick might be cool during the honeymoon phase, but guess what? Once she locks you down with a marriage contract, she's grabbing you by the balls. That's the real problem. The number of times you have sex goes down, her displays of affection are less frequent, and the worst part? Your needs are not even taken into consideration. That's the real problem many men face these days. Once problems come through and you're stuck in a routine, things get boring. She wants you to understand her at all times, but she doesn't give an F about you. Do you work multiple hours and even extra hours? You're an absent partner. But she will not think of how hard you work for the well-being of her and the kids. Do you stay too many hours at home? She calls you a lazy bum because she's not getting the lifestyle she expected. But she didn't even say what she wanted in the first place. The facepalm is real. They want you to read their minds, but what about your needs? She doesn't even want to listen. You might clearly say that you want this and that, but she doesn't care. That said, I want to show you an article that talks about how women and women's ways of loving differ. You know how it goes. Men do care a lot about their women, but women care about men only if they're getting something. I quote, "When I say women don't care about men, what I really mean is that women care very little about men compared to how much men care about women." The other day, a woman said on a radio interview that the harsh truth is that women don't care about anyone but themselves and their children. It might sound harsh, but it's the truth. Right there lies a true eye-opener. Modern women are the most egotistical creatures out there. They're not loyal to you. They're loyal to their feelings and emotions. That's why letting a woman lead the relationship is a recipe for disaster. When men want to be alphas, it's not because of ego. It's because they're aware of the nature of women. Again, the key word here is nature, not theories or assumptions. Men are deductive problem solvers, and they want to know the facts. The fact of the matter is really simple. Women only care about themselves, and if they got kids, about themselves and their kids. You might tell them that people in other countries are having problems. I mean, real problems, but they'll complain because you didn't read between the lines. They don't care about the poor people escaping war-torn countries. They'll feel sorry for themselves just because you didn't court them the way they want you to. Seriously.
If I were to go on a first date again, I would want to be courted. I would want to feel special. Girls girls take that more into consideration than guys do, so I feel like that's why guys should do that more than...
Well, don't you think that a man also wants to feel special?
Oh, I never thought about that. They don't care about you. They do not care. They just want your attention and they want to give nothing in return. They don't give a fuck what you think. They'll take all your money, take all your time, take all your energy, take all your jokes, take all your personality traits, and then give nothing in return. They will not make you feel special, so focus on yourself. The game is fucked up, chat.
The truth is, women are not hardwired to love men the same way that men love women. Think about it. Men have crossed seas, have climbed mountains, and have fought in battles just to get access to women. Women are not attracted to men the same way that men are attracted to women. There are some stupid people who say that both men and women have the same level of attraction to each other and that women are as perverted as men, but we all know deep down that this is utter drivel. Next, these stupid people will say that there's no difference in physical strength between men and women. In the past, I've experimented on dating websites. Once I pretended to be an attractive woman just to see how much attention these women truly get. I must have received 50 to 100 messages every day from men who were so desperate to either get me into bed or just go on a date with me. However, when I went on a dating website as an attractive man, I was lucky to get 1 or 2 messages a week. The fact is that women just don't have the same desire for men as what men have for women. This guy nails it, and look, I haven't even read the whole article. Plain punchlines, I tell you. Before we continue, please hit that like button and show us some love in the comments. Look, what he says about men versus women is totally accurate. Again, women wait at the finish line and pick the winners. That's okay because it's natural, but here's the kicker. Women assume you'll offer all the traits, 6 figures, 6-packs, and all that jazz. But do they even know what you had to go through? Not in a million years. Women just sit on a throne waiting for a man to adore her. But all the dragons you had to fight don't matter to her. All the sleepless nights don't matter to her. All the hours in the gym don't matter to her. They don't know about your struggles. They don't care about the process you went through. They just want you to be the man they want. Now, when you want them to stay at home and not hit the club, it looks like you're a sexist. Come on. You go through hell and back and now all you get is this? Really? This is why men are checking out of the dating game, let alone marriage. I call it a game because it's all rigged. You need to fight tons of bosses, but your journey doesn't matter. The system makes you think that getting the girl is the biggest achievement, but they never tell you a particular part of the story. Getting a girl per se might be a death sentence, and the girl who will accept your terms and conditions is an exception. The rule is quite the opposite. These women want you to be Mr. Right. You know, they want you to be faithful, give them good sex, do this and that in the bedroom, make a certain amount of money, the whole package. But when you want her to make you a sandwich, she tells you to make it yourself. All men have to offer is a lot of stuff. What women have to offer is really simple and easy to understand, but they don't want to do it.
The majority of guys will only value a woman based on her physical attractiveness. That's the only thing they care about. If you're a guy that has had access to a lot of women, then what happens is that you've had that 10 over there that every guy wanted. You've had that really hot girl. You get to a point where you realize that it's actually not that good. It's sometimes a little bit better than picking the hottest girl that you could possibly get to go with a girl who actually makes you feel good, has some other things going for her in her life and personality, maybe on the 1 to 10 scale. This other girl's a 7.5. And so you say, hey, I'm gonna pass on the 10, I'm gonna go for the 7.5. He's a really good person who I actually like to be around and I would actually want to spend my time because I've had all that.
Simple. Looks aren't everything. A hot woman who wants you to be Mr. Right but doesn't want to be Mrs. Right herself is a lost cause. A massive L. A hot body is simply not enough to get and retain a man. If a woman gives you good head but also headaches, trust me, you have a massive problem. This is what women these days don't get. They think that sex is all they need to get men raining on them. They go ahead, post revealing pics here and there, but they land a certain type of man. The thirsty dudes out there are more than happy to smash and dash. Just a bit of game and looks, and they can get in a woman's pants without batting an eye. Simple. Then, when a man wants to treat her right, guess what happens? She doesn't offer any valuable stuff beyond sex. This is really what makes women only get dysfunctional relationships. That's what makes them non-wifey material. Lots of men are still working hard to get wifeys, but women are far from being this caliber of woman. Men get tired of stupid women at some point. That's the reality. A woman might give you good sex, but if she's annoying and doesn't want to respect you, that relationship will fail miserably. That's why you need to check these women at all times. Not sometimes, but at all times. If you overlook any of the red flags, she will ruin your life. If she's got a long contact list, she'll probably cheat on you once the relationship gets tough. Same thing if she's got daddy issues. If she's a boss babe, she'll try to compete with you and make you feel like trash for not making enough money. If she's got a promiscuous past or is in contact with exes, she'll resort to any of them, and trust me, 9 out of 10 times, they'll happily smash her. Your feelings and overall, the things you do to get and maintain a relationship are simply ignored. Men care about women more than women care about men. That's the raw reality. Men love almost unconditionally, women love and respect when it's convenient to them.
Let me get this straight. Okay. Your first thing that you want to tell a girl, you know how self-centered women are? We're not paying attention to you. You think she's gonna notice if you don't wear cologne? We are self-centered women. Oh my God, we think about ourselves 90% of the time. We're not thinking about you. All you gotta do is get a girl to just start talking. Yeah.
A lot of times I'm finding ways to make you happy, just constantly. Okay, let me be more creative. Let me do this. Let me take out on more dates. Let me do a different date. So it's always, how can I help you? How can I help you? But then it took time for me to sit back and be like, let me just chill and see what she's doing for me in this relationship. And then when you sit back and realize, this bitch don't know nothing. She always coming to you for something, or always want you to fix something. Color. You know what I'm saying? It's simple shit.
Damn.
It's like, nah, I'm good on that. Like, you clearly not here for me, like you say you are, or like you think you are. But sometimes, again, and this is not every woman, of course, but I think some women just don't realize it either, because it's the way they've been conditioned. Like, a man has to do all these things for you consistently, and you don't have to give that much energy. But I think if you really like a man, then naturally you would do things to make him happy. But, you know, everybody ain't like that.
To wrap up this video, here's a quick reflection. Men are finally waking up. Looks are not the end-all be-all. Sure, a hot chick might get your dick hard like a rock, but she'll age like milk. It's not something I made up, it's the truth. A woman who's a 7 and cooperates is better than a woman who's a 10 and just wants to drag you down and drain your finances. Women are getting desperate. Not because of the lack of good men though. Good men are out there, but they're either with good women or simply by themselves. When you raise your standards, looks don't matter as much. A woman should be your biggest fan, not a battle to fight. This is what women don't understand. They want you to know all their wants and needs, but they don't care about you. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.